Hey everyone, how's it going? What's occurring? How's everyone's weekend been? And how has everyone's Monday been shaping up? I thought we'd start off with a little bit of yield curve to start the sesh. So we can see that the real short end of the curve is now starting to get slightly in line here. It should be upside down at the moment, so we should see how this works itself out over the next couple of months. But if we do get a couple of cuts in this year, the 2-year and the 5 should sort itself out, is the plan. And Treasuries is all she wrote. They've basically turned on the algo. They turned this on literally at 3 minutes past 6. They seem to turn it on at 6 p.m. roughly every day, where they just stack tons of these orders, and then it's in like a 4 or 5 tick range tops to finish. I was tempted if we got down to like 28s that we would maybe try and bid, but it's just not going to get that far. So how has everyone's day been going? Have you guys taken any trades? I think we made a total of 2 ticks on the 10-year. We had one on Ultra and one on the 30-year, so pretty lackluster. Jengi, how's it going? How you doing, dude? So we're going to jump into indices here because treasuries will be like watching paint dry. Powell's speech was almost a comedy show, to be honest. Quite a big range, to be honest. What do you guys make of the market, how it reacted to the craziness with Trump? Pretty mad, eh? This is slightly triggering me here. Volume. That'll be why. There we go. What positions were you in, Jengi? How did that go, buddy? And how did that go down? Did did you just continually fade? How did it go? What do you feel you could improve on? We are dumping a little bit. We are approaching the regular trading hours low and the initial balance low here. So, which is 84, it's probably 83 and 3/4, 83 and a half. Let's mark that. Yes. And what were you doing? Were you fading? Were you shorting? Or were you going long? What was the play? Or is that the thing you just sort of lost sight and play went out the window? Sellers are just continually drilling at the moment. Right, let's see how it reacts. That's not 85 and a half. That's the wrong price I've marked. It's 83. It's Yeah, it's 83 and a half. It's down here. Neil, how's it going, dude? See if NQ can hold this 7.5, so where we see like 400 delta. It's holding so far. Did you take any trades today, Neil? And Jengi, were you long or short on your yes, please? Wow. NQ is ripping. Quite a volatile week ahead with all the, well, I wouldn't really call it that volatile, but there's earnings plays out, so you definitely need to keep that in mind if you're trading equities this week. Not that it's any of the big boys. Did you guys watch the Delta video? What did you think? Good to get some feedback on it. There's going to be some long liquidations if we can crack this 83.5. Let's see if they can hit it. So we're short. Yeah, I take it. I take it. Did you fade here, or did you fade the second hit, and then you just get stopped out on this move up here? There's not really much delta for this move, so the bid looks to be been pulled a little bit. Let's see if they can crack this 84.25 and take this full amount here. They should be gobbling this up, which they're not. Pegasus, yeah, you can ask a question. Ask any question you like, no problem. No trades for you. You're not trading for this month because you're getting rid of school. Just looking at markets and pay. Nice, Neil. Good discipline. I like that. Okay, we just broke this level. If they can bang this through, we should see some stops triggered. I wasn't really paying attention there. What is the chart left above? Sorry, Daniel. Can you explain to me what you mean? Sorry. Do you want me to explain this chart for you? Um. Yes. Here we go. There's the stops going off. See if they continually hit it. Delta's coming in a little bit. Now let's see if they snap it back into the range, or they can continually hit it. They're hitting it right now. Okay, someone. Oh wow. Here we go. Action. Low of session so far. This is 66. In fact, that should already be marked. It's down here. Yes, it's Heikenhashi, yep. Just to remove some of the noise from traditional candlesticks. I just think it's nicer to look at. That's a very good point, Ultra Bond. Very good point. You should do the marketing. It should be called the Bear Cage, with my brand being a bear. Ah, well, see now, I'm not a marketer, eh? Good spot, dude. Pegasus. So the reason how you know that approx 95% of trades are closed in that day is because open interest. There's only ever a fraction of trades carried over, and open interest is posted at the end of each day. And that basically tells you from that session how many positions were carried over, whether it's plus or minus. And it's never a lot. Does that make sense, dude? That's how you know that all of it's day trades. And it varies. I'd probably say, the lowest you get to see is like maybe what 92% or something. So just approx 95, but a lot of it's day trade. So that's the reason. I didn't just pluck those numbers out of thin air. There was a bit of um, madness, or method to my madness, or whatever. Hi John, how's it going, dude? How's your trading day been? Well, that's pretty much it. Pegasus, it just depends, if there's liquidity. This has just crashed. Oh, well, it's a download. It was happening, right? Okay. I really need to disable that for a different time. It runs at this time when the market's still open. I need to really need to change that. Yeah, that's pretty much the case, mate. The reason why, if you I mean you can check it yourself, the volume of contracts that's traded versus open interest for the next session, um, and the open interest that carries over for the next session is always a tiny amount. So by process of elimination, the rest of the volume that's been transacted in that day has to have been closed that day. That's why there's so much volume at the between 10 to 4 and 5 past 4 US time, um, so that they can get their positions closed. Alright, okay, dude. No problem. Trader boy, how's it going, dude? How's your day been, my friend? Did you take any positions? John, you just took a shot in NQ to flush the low for 38 points. That is what I like to hear, dude. Jeez, oh, 38 points. Wow. That's like my week. Jeez, oh. Well, I made a total. You ready for this? I made a total today of 4 ticks. But to be fair, it is treasuries and but it's a different world over in those products, man. Nicely done. That's what I like to hear, trader boy. Good discipline. Nice, Neil. TP, yeah, hundreds. To be honest, when I get to 100 contracts, I'm going to lease a seat. That's why I'm thinking. So I need to hear everyone's opinion on it. at some point and maybe do a video. Some of the prop firms are about to call me up to that live environment, and I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I just don't understand. I just don't really. I'm not too convinced, to put it that way. Like, if they could give me really low commissions, then I would consider it, but it's no better than my own broker. And then I just have to pay pro rata fees and have a quote unquote risk manager. But again, I can do that with my own broker. So, an Apex as well is about to go bust. So, I don't really know where to go in that world. I might just take the money and just put it in a personal account. I'll need to can add it on. Need to see. Let's see if we sweep back above the low of session. Nice trader boy. I'm glad it's helping you, dude. Yeah, so the one thing as well about the 10 year is probably the one I trade the most these days is you can trade 10, 20 contracts and not even be noticed. Like, you're still such a small fish. Not saying you're a big fish if you're trading 10 contracts in NQ, but look at the bid and offer. I mean, if you went in and hit market on that, you would actually, like, you would move it a couple of ticks. Yeah, exactly. So I'll need to see what I'm going to do there, because when they do put me up to live, um, I'll need to decide. But I think I'm probably just gonna take the money, to be honest, and put it into my own account. Just add it on there, and then go to the next one. Because I like the idea of them of basically getting more leverage. Like, you've been trading for years and you consistently take money at the market, it's basically free money. Um, so I'm just trying to think of the advantages of it, to be honest. But I can't really see many. Maybe that Abteros one might be. I'll need to do some more digging, because ideally what I would prefer is going to a firm that doesn't just take the money that you've taken off them and put it into a live account to mitigate the risk, and you then have to pay pro rata fees, and then they take a percentage of it. What I would rather prefer is they take the money that you've made, right, over a consistent amount of time, put it into an account, and they also match it or something of that nature. And then you have a better split, better commissions, and maybe 50-50 split or something. I actually don't want the 90% of whatever these companies offer, because that means you're just using your own money. Like, I can do that myself and keep the full 100. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Jengi, yes. So this is, in my opinion, the prop side of things. When you get good at trading, there's no point, by all means, keep doing prop if you're not profitable, because it keeps your losses limited. But the copy trading is great because it allows you to just take the one position, copy it across. So if you make 400 on a day, or in my case, if I only make like 3 ticks, it's copied across 3 accounts with decent size, you know. So that's one of the advantages, having multiple accounts with them. But the but it's fine until they stop that, because then they'll just take all the money that you've made and put it into a live account, and then as soon as you're in a live account, it's just there's no difference between doing that and a personal account for me. I'm not spreading my risk or anything. I'm just then using my own money. Do you know what I mean? But actually, the way that these prop firms actually structure it is they structure it is you use the firm's money. So even though you're paying to get access to that, they pitch it to you like it's an education program. And then when you then take the money, they transfer it to a live account. They're almost like, yeah, you've now passed the program. You can then trade the firm's capital, but it's the money you've made anyway. Do you know what I mean? Um, so no, in my opinion, a prop firm should be, if you're good at it and you're consistently profitable, they should be backing you with decent funds, and then and taking a higher percentage. It should be something like 50-50 split, and they'll back you with a lot more money. That would be my opinion on it. Like the way the old prop firms used to work. But then it's hard to get profitable traders. That's the thing. Yeah, exactly, John. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, dude. And then I would like to try and find a firm that has something like I've just discussed, um, that specifically caters to futures. And it would be nice. Yeah, it would be good. If anyone knows that, the only one I've heard of is that Apteros, or I think that's what it's called, which I'll need to have a look at it. And that fast track funding as well, I would advise no one go with them until they get a payment processor attached. Um, I don't know. And as we know, Apex is. I'm gonna say it how it is. Um, that's a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. That company. So if you've got accounts with them, I I would be careful. A company, there's still ones that say they get paid. There's ones that are, there's loads of negative press about them at the moment. And let's be serious, if you're a really good company and you've got really good ethics coming from the top of a business, right? Granted, you'll have the odd, pissed off customer. That's just the way the world works. But there's too many for it to just be a coincidence anymore. I have been just rambling on here, guys, because I want to see if we can crack the lows here once the order flow happens. You got four PAs, John. Oh. How do you find the payout side with them? I had accounts to them a while ago. I found it extremely that you just had to jump through so many hoops. X amount of trading days, can't go below a threshold, consistency rule. Now you can't DCA. Not that I advocate DCAing anyway, but there's a lot of bait and switch. That's fine if you could do that, Pegasus. That's great. Put more than enough history. Neil, all the rules from the top to bottom are set up in a way for you to fail. Scam, take a few payouts, symbol. Yeah, no, exactly. Well, exactly. The reason why the buying power and so on is actually 50k, but realistically they're giving you like 4% drawdown, so you only need. I mean, in these accounts, in my opinion, you need to be giving yourself with these firms like 10 to 15 trades, probably 15, so your psychology's on point. But you see people risking like 400 or 500 quid and they're giving themselves four positions and stuff. It's crazy. Nice, Pegasus. Appreciate that, dude. Waiting for dust to settle. Nice. Well, let me know how that goes, John. Hopefully it goes well, dude. Um, I just think at this stage in the game, sadly, there's going to be quite a lot of people who get burned with it. I feel, just new people get in, and a lot of the influencers pump them into these firms. There's so many streamers on YouTube right now just pumping these prop firms. Every single one you go to that is not even profitable themselves are like, oh, here, use my code. Not that I need to name any names, but you guys probably watch other ones as well. I'm not going to go at any of them. There's some of them are great. You know, and there's no names in particular at all. But it's just a continually common thing. I just never wanted this channel to be about pushing prop firms, to be honest. Exactly, John. I do the exact same. I take maybe a slightly a bit more leverage on the prop just because it's, you know, it is what it is. But definitely keep it curtailed. Yeah, Neil. I mean, I've seen people in some of those discords, and like I said to you guys before, there's a chap that basically said, "Oh yeah, you can go in and hit 250 contracts in NQ and it won't blink an eye." And the irony is as well is that guy was actually in a live environment with one of the firms, and I'm just like, seriously, you know. I'm not saying the order flow rules the roost and whatnot, but you cannot have been in the market very long if that's the type of statements that you're making. Do you know what I mean?